Hi guys, welcome to your weekly energies. My name is Patricia, and this is the reading that I do every week to kind of like put you in touch with what's going on energy wise. Okay, I do a channeled message for the collective, so it's not a reading that I base on any zodiac sign. I do it more as a channeled message from spirit. I welcome you in. I see you guys coming in quick today. That's good. Welcome. I hope you guys are doing good and life is treating you well. I know a lot of you wrote to me you missed your weekly energies last week, and it's because there wasn't one. And I apologize for that, for whoever missed that so much. I certainly miss connecting with you guys as well. I am just so happy that you guys, feel in that way. I definitely feel the same way when I don't get to connect with you weekly. But I had a lot of activity last week. I had, as many of you do too, a son graduating, and I was hosting family at home. So took a little bit of a retreat from the work. How are you guys? Hey Esther. Hey May Elise. Thank you for joining. So I'm going to go into the energies, but really quick, happy birthday to all my Cancerians. Happy Cancer season. We are officially in Cancer season. Had the sun move into Cancer yesterday. And well, yesterday, no, the day before. And we have Mercury going direct, stationing direct today, which is happy news for everyone. Although we still have a little bit of a shadow period, we'll be fine. We can do this. We had 2020. We can handle this. Okay. Now, also, this week is very interesting because we have a lot of trines going on. It's planet, like three elements connecting to each other in the same element. Okay, it's like a very auspicious aspect in astrology with trines. Okay, so we have fire and water trines going on this week. The water trines definitely bring us more to that emotional state, so you might feel a little sensitive this week, but definitely with the fire trine happening today, moon being in Sagittarius, and ooh, look at this. We already have cards jumping out. I love it when it happens like that. It's very just organic and meant to be, and it's just how I like it. So angels are coming through. Okay, so angels come through to us in so many ways, but they love to come through with signs and synchronicities in our lives. Okay, so any sort of like feathers, coins, repeating numbers, it's a very nice sign of protection and just us being loved and supported from the other side. Okay. It can also come through songs or, just something that it's sort of peculiar and very significant, and that it means something to you, okay? They love to communicate in that way. All right, so let's see what else is going on for this week. What are the themes? Okay, so we have forgiveness. Okay, we've been doing a lot of purging lately, and I've seen it myself, and I don't know if you've experienced this with people that you had a certain feeling about, that they weren't doing you the right way. They weren't like really there for you. And all of a sudden they start showing up, and you start forgiving certain stories that you had in your mind about them. So it's really interesting how this card of forgiveness comes through with the angels. It's sort of like a message from the angels saying, that forgiveness is not only, forgiving someone. okay? It's also about making peace with ourselves. And it's about, being okay with things that have gone a certain way, okay? It's like making amends with the past. It's also energy of reconciliation, okay? So friendships, relationships that have been strained, you can certainly feel how this energy is available for you this week and how it's going to show up in different areas of your life. Let me know, as always, in the comments. I love to hear from you how these things show up in your own experience. Now we also get the card of Hero in the Making. So far we have the angels sending us messages, letting us know that they're there, supporting, protecting us. Also forgiveness, the mending of the past, of finding peace within ourselves. Letting go of any guilt, regret, just ill feelings that we could be holding on to, dragging along. And then we have the Hero in the Making. And look at how this card tells us that through this forgiveness, there's an inner healing, okay? And there is a victory or a breakthrough that has to do probably with something that you've been dragging along through centuries, okay? And this has to do with you and your ancestors, okay? Your lineage, your DNA. And sometimes we don't know why we experience certain things, and I think that I have spoken to you plenty about this before. Sometimes we don't know why we feel a certain way or why situations are triggering us, because we're here doing a lot of this work that is personal work, but it has to do also with people that have walked before us, that have lived this life, walked this earth before us, that share our same DNA, okay? So there's a lot of this, ancestors coming through, bringing us strength to be able to face anything that comes along the way. And we have the card of mindfulness as the last theme for this week. And again, it talks about peace and bringing peace to oneself through balance, okay? Mindfulness is all about having that self-awareness, listening to ourselves in a way that we are unifying. It's very much like yoga, okay? It's the yoking, it's the mixing and the combining of mind, body, and spirit, okay? All working in unison, okay? All creating a perfect balance. So a lot of you may be feeling like now, this week or the next, you'll be feeling more like you're coming into alignment, okay, with certain things in your life. All right. Now let's go with the tarot cards and see what comes through. I'm going to use this deck. It's the Spellcaster's deck, the one that I was using before, which I use a lot, is the Inner Gaia Oracle cards. And I love it. It's so good and to the point, and it brings through so many messages with it. All right, let's connect to the energy of this week for all of us and see what the message from Spirit is and what you need to know right now, what you need to know as you are watching this video. Let's see what comes through for all of us as a collective. We have the Hangman. Okay, so definitely feeling in between worlds, okay? It could be that you have certain aspects of you that are kind of like in a pause or in a waiting pattern, okay? And the Hangman is a card that wants you to do just that. It wants you to hang around and observe, okay? The Hangman is a card of observation and working through the darkness or through the mystery or through the deep feelings to be able to gain a new perspective, or be able to see things in a different way, and hopefully do things in a different way. Okay, because it's that card that reminds you that you're always evolving, okay, and that you can find the answers. And it wants you to do that by, being mindful, being aware, practicing the pause, okay? Not jumping to conclusions, finding peace and balance. Look at that, 10 of Cups, okay, the happy card. Everybody, blessings. This brings a lot of this Pride Month vibes to me, just happiness, just feeling unified, feeling equal, feeling just surrounded by the right people, just feeling supported in the things that make you happy. Okay, 10 of Cups is a very, it's the happy card, and I always say that happiness is individual. So, what makes me happy is not necessarily what makes you happy, but we can certainly understand each other better with this Hangman. It's observing and respecting others people's point of view and perspective, and being able to look at things from that other point of view, okay? Now, we get the 7 of Swords. I'm going to look at the bottom of the deck, and we have the Knight of Pentacles. So, Knight of Pentacles and 3 of Swords. So, 7 of Swords is kind of like that energy of deceit or something going on behind the curtain that we may not be aware of, that could be a little bit of false persona, okay? Somebody could be being a little sneaky, a little trickster-like in your surroundings. This also, when I get this card with the 10 of Cups right next to it, I feel like there might be people that are envious of the happiness that you have, okay? And I don't feel like there's anybody like really wanting to sabotage your situation, but there's certainly this energy of protection coming through with the Angels card that we had at the beginning. So connect with your angels if you feel in this way that there are areas in your life where people are acting out of jealousy, envy, or acting in a way where they're gossipy or just deceitful, or just enjoy, just telling lies, or being, being in out of authenticity, okay? Let's put it in that way. Let's see what comes next. Knight of Swords. Knight of Swords, it's definitely about truth, communication. To me, when the Knight of Swords comes through, there's a little drama involved. Things kind of like move very quickly or progress very quickly, or can go from 0 to 100 in a minute, okay? So definitely a little bit of energy there that could cause either truth to be revealed, okay, because 7 of Swords there, and then the Knight of Swords could be revealing some sort of truth, or you find out who this person that I was talking about, or who this deceitful energy is around you, or you quickly simply move away from this energy of the 7 of Swords, which, to me, you can remove yourself from drama. You can be conscious enough to know when people are trying to pull you in. And this is about like really being that hero in the making. Finding that inner healing and being victorious by managing whereby, simply being able to see like the bigger perspective or be the bigger person here. Okay, you don't have to fall in prey of any sort of games or this need for people to pull you into their attachment that they could have to some sort of just suffering or drama. Okay, now let's get one more and we'll look at the bottom of the deck. All right, so we get the Nine of Pentacles. Great card. I was just talking about that, having that like being that bigger person. It's focusing on really like what's good in your life and turning your back to these situations that could be just detrimental. It's like giving yourself more value than that. Okay, knowing that it's not like you're above it, like you're in another level, but certainly knowing how to prioritize your own peace. Okay, peace is all in this reading. There's protection with the angels. There's that angelic support right there to begin with. There's this message of forgiveness and being okay with the past and the way things were, and forgiving ourselves for feeling like we failed, and and anything that has to do with the mending of oneself and of close relationships as well, because we have this reconciliation. Okay, so with these other cards, it's all about peace and balance as well. The mindfulness card is all about having that self-awareness. So to me, this person in this card, she looks a little bored, but really, she is putting value to what is truly important and not giving energy to the things that could be, just draining. Okay, so it's prioritizing your own peace of mind by removing yourself from situations and drama. Sometimes drama and the little roller coaster rides and people's need to just be right or whatever that is, it's great for somebody, and people do feed on that sometimes. But here I feel like Spirit wants you to be above that, to really focus on what's good. And at the bottom of the deck, as the overall energy, is the Wheel of Fortune. So things are turning around here for the better. I feel like there's like the hand of God and your angels and the universe is definitely here. It's there for you every single week, don't get me wrong. But this week, I feel like, they want to reveal certain things to you so that that there's things that truly don't matter on the other side. Okay, this jealousy and this drama, there's none of that. That regret, that guilt, that jealousy, the envy, there's none of that on the other side. So what we really want to get to is a place where we can create a world that is like heaven on earth. Okay, so it's a lot to think about, but the really good thing is that it's creating that from starting with you. Okay, so I love the Wheel of Fortune, and in this card is like, the monkey's blindfolded right on top of the wheel, and it's like, allowing God, the universe, to guide you and to lead you to where you're meant to, because there is a divine plan, a divine timing. Okay, and there's things that are definitely that are part of a purpose of why you're here. Okay, now let's get a couple of messages from the oracle cards. Hi, Carmi. Yes, Pinky, yes. I'm so glad you feel it. Oh, whoa, okay. So we have empathy and patience. What great cards to support this reading. That is talking about forgiveness and about being self-aware, about finding that peace and balance. You know, it's so good. I mean, empathy talks to us about being open to seeing both sides of the story, which is the Hangman. It was the first card that came through for this week in the tarot. Empathy allows us to put ourselves in other people's shoes, okay? But this is something that you have to consciously do. And sometimes we don't make time for that. And that's where spirit kind of slows us down so that we can look at what that's like, okay? So then patience. Patience is, you know, one of those things that you always keep learning, I think. And that patience muscle could either wear out or get stronger with time, okay? So this talks about accepting. And acceptance is such a amazing word. It's really what brings... Hang on, you guys. I thought my phone was charging. Okay. Anyway, so patience is all about that acceptance. And I was about to go into how great the word acceptance is, because as an act, it's what brings you the most peace, because you're accepting everything as it is. You're not fighting against changes. You're not, imposing your opinion on others. You're accepting of everyone and everything. So it's a beautiful card that brings us a lot of peace, and it's just saying that everything happens in divine order. So that patience is very much about allowing the universe to work, and to take the wheel, okay? Literally to take the wheel. So it's having a sense of blind faith. No matter what comes at you, everything is going to be okay. All is well, okay? It's a beautiful message of peace right there with those two cards. This whole reading is about peace, okay? So let's talk to our angels a little bit, because they're definitely coming through in this reading. So I want to pull a couple of angel cards, and if you have any questions, whenever I am about to pull cards, you see me doing my shuffling, take a moment, connect with me in this moment and ask your questions. Use your own intuition to connect to the cards that I draw. Okay, you all have that ability to be able to connect to spirit. You are spirit. Okay, so as I'm shuffling, think about what it is that you've been wanting to inquire about. What is it that you want to know? What is it that you want to resolve? Or you want spirit to bring you a message through me, okay? All right, so let's see what comes through. I love this reading. It's so nice, peaceful. Yes, there is elements that are, going on that may not be so great. There's drama, there's things that could seem chaotic. There's also things that they're not exactly as they appear, okay? I want you to think about that. All right, what do the angels want to say to all of you this week? And as I always say, this week or whenever you happen to catch this reading. Okay, so be ready, because here it comes. Okay, so here we go. Like if we are talking about this Seven of Swords and this Knight of Swords as a personal message to you, and it's not necessarily anybody around you doing anything that is deceitful. It could be that this is a message for you, where the universe comes in and tells you, you know what, you need to trust more. Stop overthinking things so much. Stop turning things around. Stop sabotaging yourself and recognize how worthy you are. That Nine of Pentacles card is a card of full worthiness. Like, I am worthy of abundance. I can stand on my own. I am strong on my own. You know, I have control of my life. I'm good. So the messages from the angels are communicate clearly. Okay, so when this message comes through, you want to make sure that you, first of all, think before you speak. Okay, this is the practicing the pause, how I was saying before. No impulsive coming out and just blurting everything out, or thinking that you're speaking straight up and maybe offend somebody or hurt someone's feelings. Okay, this is about communicating clearly so that you can be understood. Okay, and so that you can also, when you communicate, you have to listen as well. Okay, so listen, observe, and then communicate your truth. Now, there's something here that you may be thinking it's one way, but it's really another. This is what I was telling you before. There's something that seems like it's a certain way, but it's really not. And it's coming through with this card that says unlikely. That scenario that you have in your mind may be very unlikely, okay? You could be creating scenarios in your head or just coming to conclusions about someone else, or somebody could be doing this to you and casting judgment upon you, and this is very unlikely, is very untrue, and has no foundation. Okay, so this is what your angels are trying to say. Where is that unlikely scenario happening for you? Okay, now the last card, love, 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 love. Remain positive. Remain positive. This is all about that inner balance, self-awareness, inner union. Okay, keeping the faith, allowing for the universe to work and take the wheel. It's that acceptance that brings you peace, but it's the faith that carries you through. Okay, so I hope this reading resonates with you and that it was useful to you. Let me know in the comments. As always, you can write to me, and all of the posts that I do, you can write to me personally. And for all of my services, you can go to the links in my bio and go straight through there for any kind of offerings, donations to my channel and the work that I do. All the links are there as well. You are welcomed and so appreciated. Thank you for watching, you guys, and I'll be seeing you very soon. I send you so much fearless light and love. Take care, and I will see you very soon.